3 months ago, I was scrolling through my phone at 2 in the morning, watching people live the life I wanted while eating cereal in bed for dinner again. I had a paper due in 6 hours that I hadn't started, and honestly, I didn't even care anymore. That was rock bottom for me. But here's the thing that changed everything. I didn't try to fix my habits. I didn't make another list of goals I'd never touch. I flipped my entire identity in 30 days. And if you're watching this because you're tired of being the person who always starts but never finishes, the one who says they'll change but wakes up the same, this might be the video that actually sticks. Look, I've tried every productivity hack out there. The morning routines, the apps, the study techniques that promise to transform your life, and they work for like 3 days. Then you're back to your old self. Here's what nobody tells you about change. You're not failing because you lack discipline. You're failing because you're trying to change your actions without changing who you think you are. That's where the identity flip method comes in. It's not about doing different things. It's about becoming a different person. And I know that sounds dramatic, but stick with me because this framework actually makes sense when you break it down. Think about it like this. Right now, you probably identify as someone who procrastinates, right? Like if I asked you to describe yourself, you might say, I'm a procrastinator, or I'm not a morning person, or I'm just not good at staying consistent. Those aren't facts about you. They're stories you keep telling yourself, and every time you tell that story, you prove it right. When you believe you're a procrastinator and then you procrastinate, you're not failing. You're actually succeeding at being exactly who you think you are. Your brain is just keeping you consistent with your identity. That's why willpower doesn't work. You're fighting against who you believe you are, and you'll always lose that fight. But here's the good news. If your identity can trap you, it can also free you. We're going to flip it. Step 1 is the part everyone skips, and it's why they fail. You need to pick your new identity before you change a single habit. Not your goals, your identity. Here's the difference. A goal is, I want to get good grades. An identity is, I am someone who shows up for themselves academically. See how that's deeper? One is about an outcome. The other is about who you are. So grab your phone right now. I'm serious. Open your notes app, write down this sentence. I am someone who, and then finish it with who you actually want to be. Not what you want to have or achieve, who you want to be. Maybe it's, I am someone who doesn't give up when things get hard, or I am someone who takes care of their body, or I am someone who keeps their word to themselves. Pick one, just one, because here's what's about to happen. Every decision you make for the next 30 days is going to be filtered through this identity, and that's what makes it so powerful. Step 2 is where it gets real. You need to find the tiny proof. This is the secret that makes the whole thing work. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and suddenly be this new person. Your brain won't believe it. But what you can do is collect evidence, small evidence, every single day. Let me show you how this works. Let's say your new identity is, I am someone who finishes what they start. You don't need to finish your entire essay tonight. You need to finish one paragraph, just one. Then you stop and you tell yourself, see, I am someone who finishes what they start. That's who I am now. You're literally training your brain to see yourself differently. Next day, you finish another paragraph, more evidence. Your brain starts believing the story. After a week, you've got 7 pieces of proof. That's 7 times you've shown yourself that this isn't just wishful thinking, it's actually true. The magic number is 2 minutes. Whatever your new identity is, find 2-minute action that proves it every single day. 2 minutes is so small, your brain can't make excuses. It can't say you don't have time. It can't say you're too tired. 2 minutes, that's it. But you do it every day, no matter what. Because you're not trying to be productive. You're trying to prove to yourself that you're a different person now. Step 3 is the identity language shift, and this one feels weird at first, but it's insanely powerful. Stop saying I need to or I should. Start saying I don't and I am. Watch this. Old you, I really should study instead of watching Netflix. New you, I don't choose instant gratification over my future anymore. That's not who I am. Hear the difference? One is guilt, the other is identity. When you say I should, you're admitting you're about to fail. When you say I don't, you're stating a fact about who you are, someone who doesn't do that thing. Here's another one. Old you, I need to wake up earlier. New you, I'm a morning person now. Morning people wake up when their alarm goes off. I know this sounds like you're lying to yourself, but here's the thing about your brain. It doesn't actually know the difference between a story you tell yourself and reality. It just believes whichever story you repeat most. So if you keep saying, I'm not a morning person, guess what? You're not. But if you start saying, I am a morning person, and you back it up with even the smallest proof, your brain starts to rewire. It starts to believe you, and then it makes decisions based on that belief. Okay, real talk for a second. Around day 7 to 10, you're going to hit what I call the identity crisis. You'll miss your 2-minute action one day, or you'll fall back into old patterns. And this voice in your head is going to say, see, you're not that person. You were just pretending. That voice is loud and it's mean, and I need you to expect it. Because here's what that voice doesn't understand. One mistake doesn't erase your identity. If you identify as someone who brushes their teeth and you skip one night, are you suddenly not that person anymore? No, you're still someone who brushes their teeth. You just missed once. Same thing here. The old you would have used that one mistake as proof that change is impossible and given up entirely. The new you uses that one mistake as proof that you're human, and then you show up again the next day. That's the real identity flip. It's not perfection, it's resilience. So here's what actually happens over 30 days. Week 1, you're fighting yourself constantly. Your brain is confused. It's like, wait, we don't do this. This isn't us. You're going to feel like an imposter. That's normal. Push through. Week 2, it starts to feel less forced. You're not thinking about it as much. You're just doing the thing. Week 3 is where the magic happens. Other people start noticing something's different about you. You start noticing it too. You catch yourself making decisions automatically that align with your new identity. Week 4, someone asks you for advice on the exact same thing you were struggling with a month ago, and you realize you genuinely are that person now. Not trying to be, actually are. 30 days, that's it. Not 30 days to perfection, 30 days to proof. Proof that you can be someone different. Proof that you're not stuck being the old version of yourself forever. So here's what I want you to do tonight. Before you go to bed, write down your new identity. One sentence. I am someone who, then write down your 2-minute proof. The smallest possible action you can do tomorrow that proves that identity is real. That's it. Don't plan the whole 30 days. Don't make it complicated. Just show up tomorrow and collect your first piece of evidence. Then do it again the next day and the next. Let's actually do this together. Drop your new identity in the comments right now. Say it out loud. I am someone who, because the second you declare it, you're already starting to become it. I'm checking the comments and I'm rooting for every single one of you. We're all flipping our identities together. Let's level up. If this video helped, hit subscribe because we're going deep on this stuff every week. I'll see you in the next one. Now, go become who you're supposed to be.